Welcome back to FACEIT TV, ladies and gents. Well, this can only mean one thing, right? That is correct, guys. The sub raffle is coming. That's what this means. So you better be ready. You better be ready. How's it going, James? He's not feeling very talkative right now. I don't blame him. That match was fantastic, phenomenal stuff. We have Cash coming up, MouseSpaz's pick. Can they bring this to potentially a third and final map? Potentially. I mean, MouseSpaz looked really amazing on that Dust too. It's a map that I thought Skadoodle and Swag and Hiko and all the rest, DaZeD, AZK. I thought they were just going to obliterate MouseSpaz, but I was completely wrong. These guys obviously need a lot more respect than I initially was giving them, so I'm really impressed. I can't wait to see where the rest of this series goes. We had an insane overtime. Where else are we going to be taken with this series? Well, handles don't really work when you're dealing with a guy with a horse head on his head. So that kind of killed it for me. Either way, knife is coming up, and so far MouseSpaz have won like every single knife round today. Are they going to win another one? Let's see. I mean, if they can start off on CT, it's always really good. Their CT sides have been really sick. They've got two amazing AWPers, obviously. Tarik, Peter, both on fire on Dust 2. If they are aficionados when it comes to running double AWP setups, that's going to be really interesting. All right, Tarik's got a 1-on-2. It looks like he's going to do it. There we go. He knows that he can slash. Excellent. Slash, slash, stab. And we do have ourselves another knife round, won by MouseSpaz.
Did you just P by P?
That's what?
A knife round.
No. No, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying that.
You're just saying all of those words.
That people don't know about the slash, slash, stab. If you're ever in a knife 1-on-1, and you can take a hit. Slash, slash, stab. You'll kill them. If they wait for their second stab, you'll always just kill them, and then you can run with them as well. So unless they're slashing as well, you'll just win every time.
Slashing everywhere. All the slashes.
So we have MouseSpaz starting off on the CT side, as they did win that knife round indeed, as I mentioned. And we have a lot of boosting going over the top right now. AZK going up close to that white box. We saw this actually before from them. And it's pretty cool getting a player fast to the white box. And they do have two guys on top of the white box area as well. So if MouseSpaz were close on middle, they'd be in for a nasty surprise, but they're playing very, very defensively.
iBUYPOWER doing some blaster.
Somewhat. Some
blasphar. Else, how do you say that guy's name? He jumps around on all the maps. Okay, they're all on bits you can jump on, right? Never mind. So we have a bunch of iBUYPOWER players in the mid area. We have a 2-1-2 setup from the CTs here. Passive position from Peter, as mid has well and truly been taken by the IVP team. Have Swag just doing some poking and probing towards A, but he is going to get taken out as the push comes towards B. Two CTs on the B bomb site to hold this down. The Cutler taking down Skadoodle. DaZeD finally getting a trade frag for IVP. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 as they try to take the site. Last man standing there's going to be hazed. Can they get the bomb down? Tarik, 10 HP. FNS still on 100. Going to have a small advantage there with that silenced USP before Hiko finds him and takes him out. Tarik, sorry, FNS going to be the last man standing. And that's an interesting position.
Okay, so iBUYPOWER able to get a nice advantage at the start. We do get the scout from Cutler though. So I would like to see iBUYPOWER just hitting the site hard and fast here. With some good grenades behind it. That's really effective. You don't want to get caught by you don't want to play like a picky style. It's super slow style where you're opening up those angles when there's a scout in play. It can get disastrous. And it looks like they are going to go for a quick push onto A altogether. And I love this. This is a great way to play this kind of a situation. And there goes the Molotov. It's going to force the CTs to move around a little bit on the side. And readying them up to push in. They're being a little bit slow though, and we have the full rotation, which has now arrived onto the site. They're playing around with them right now, baiting them out of their positions. In goes the plant now, taking it very slow, methodically. They only dropped 2 players so far. Cutler's there with the scout. We do have Hiko scoutable here. That's oh, what a flash that was. No chance to Cutler. And we do have a second round from iBUYPOWER. Very fast one.
North America, generally speaking, is a territory where they have a hell of a lot of really, really good aimers. But I feel like Cash I wanted to say, but I was tongue-tied earlier. I wanted to say that Cash, I feel, is an even more open map than Dust 2, and I feel like this is a map where Hiko and Swag can excel, because I think they are two of, if not the two, best aimers in North America at the moment, with AKs at least. And yeah, I think iBUYPOWER are going to be a stronger favourite to take this map, because those small things, I think, can add a hell of a lot. But look at the rotation from the CTs here. They seem to have an inkling that things are going to happen down in the A site, or they're just going to make a commit since they are on the eco.
A lot of this is about finding the stack and then adjusting. We did see that Swag saw loads of players there, so they're going to back away towards B. They only gave up 1 AK, so it was smart there. Swag's entire point was to find the stack if it was there, and now that they found it, they can go and attack B. But if they're too slow, we're going to see that MouseSpaz are going to just sandwich them very quickly. And Cutler's on the site still with that P250. Looking very scary right now as they make their way into the bomb site. We have DaZeD going up now. Past CD spawn onto the side. Able to make 2 fantastic frags, the second being through the smoke. And that's going to be it pretty much. Just Peter left. He's going to be able to pick off 1 frag before he goes down. But iBUYPOWER otherwise 3-0. And now we get the real CS, James. We get the guns. We get all the guns.
I was in the airport in San Francisco, and I bought this magazine called Recoil. It was a gun magazine. It's just so full of guns.
Well, that's good, because it was a gun magazine.
Yeah,
the business model probably sucks if it's not full of guns.
Can't argue with that, TDK. I can't bloody breathe either. This is all you.
All right. Well, we do have a nice occupation of A main coming in from iBUYPOWER once again. They've found themselves here a few times. But can Skadoodle open it up here with the AWP? It has been naded a little bit, so they're not going to fall back. We do have, once again, Swag over by the door. And Swag is often found by that door on this map. And they are going to just pull back a little bit. A delayed mid-take is definitely a very real possibility. We're going to see the smokes coming in for that just on cue, and the Molotov into the vents also is a very, very popular way to play a mid-round on Cash, to create options if you otherwise didn't find them with picks. But they are being quite slow still. They're not really pushing in. They put forward the smokes. They put the Molotov into the vent. But all they have is Skadoodle just pairing over the boost spot. There's nothing else going for them right now. And Tarik might just have spotted the pixel there of AZK. I don't think AZK see him. He's got his eyes dead set on the vents at the moment. Tarik, so patient. AZK got to react very quickly. And what a reaction. That was dead on his head. Good stuff there as the kills come in very quickly up onto the A bomb site. And now we've got Peter out with the pistol. It's not going to do the job. Cutler swinging on by with the M4. Flash in. AKs sandwiching him. And we're going to have ourselves another round for iBUYPOWER. And how are the good old airways, James?
Getting there. I think...
Asma's like the worst thing ever for a caster in an intense match.
Yeah, it's because the jet lag and all that stuff kind of messed up my times where I take my big steroid pump. So apologies for the coughing here and there, people. We're gonna see a fast push maybe towards the B side, or at least a fast presence. We have Peter and FNS just jumping around. They're seemingly quite confident that.
Oh, they're trying to do the running boost. That jump's awesome.
Yeah, but it completely failed.
What team was it that was doing that? Was it Penta or was it MouseSpaz? There was a team that was consistently doing that at ESWC, I think it was. Getting it every time. Oh, look at this Tarik coming in from the back. Gun blazing, but he can't find anything at all. That could have actually turned into like 2 quick headshots, 2 frags. But almost a double. Skadoodle pulled that Tech 9. We have ourselves a cleanup. Cutler does have the bomb behind him, and 7 in hand, but he's taken out finally.
What's that hostage map, which is not Assault? I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one where it's like a warehouse. The T start in a warehouse, and the hostages are upstairs.
That sounds like Assault.
And you can go into the roof, into the little tunnel.
That's Assault.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's Assault. You just described Assault. I'm pretty sure you
is that the one with the bridge?
The bridge?
No, it's not that one. It's a different one.
The bridge has... you
start like in CSGO, there's a little bridge. Yeah, no, it's not Assault. It's a different one. I promise you. Someone tell me in the chat, and then I'll continue that conversation.
I'll take your word for it, because you just described Assault, man. Either way, we do have 2 AWPs for both teams. A 4-man setup on A at the moment. There's no one on middle at all for MouseSpaz. very interesting approach. They do finally swing back Tarik there, but this the AWPers, we do have Peter, who is behind the squeaky position with his AWP. Cutler is towards B. And a very defensive approach to middle. And MouseSpaz almost inviting iBUYPOWER to take it away from them. Well, I guess it's not hard considering they don't have it. So they're giving it up for free. And this is going to allow them to either go for a B split, play for the A split. There's lots of options. But they do have someone on the flank here, I believe. It's oh no, he's in A main. My mistake. He's in A main, as we do see AZK tossing over the nades there. MouseSpaz have no idea. FNS with the information play, going to be able to spot Swag, and does get dazed as well. That is a great result there for MouseSpaz. Hiko could really do with getting a frag here, or AZK. AZK can't open up the round for his team. Maybe Hiko can be the man. Skadoodle certainly can't. Cutler puts a bullet into his chest. We're going to have ourselves a round for MouseSpaz, as they do finally put one on the board, and the 2 ops so far working out for them.
Good holds in that round by MouseSpaz. iBUYPOWER with a huge advantage so far on the T side of this map. And the important thing is I'm expecting a very strong hold here from iBUYPOWER on the second half. So the fact that they've got 5 of 6 rounds already is a disaster. A veritable disaster for the MouseSpaz team. Now, can they continue the momentum they've gained with this round? Peter is going to start strongly. Ooh, he's going to get naded. Goes in to close the door. Very polite guy. So it's going to be DaZeD near the door now. Now Swag is quite notorious for his door play.
Good flash in there.
The frag there.
Look at that cover coming in from Peter. He flashes in. He's got his back. This is how you do it, ladies and gents. MouseSpaz holding off the attack on this A-bomb site. And they've actually got them stuck there. And Tarik is actually trying to push in behind them now. So good luck to iBUYPOWER, because they're certainly going to need it to break out of this situation. Do have once again Hiko left over here, and AZK making their way in. That's a nice bit of damage there. Very good stuff. Skadoodle left over. Sorry, Hiko left over. He's going to actually get found by Tarik as well. So I can't help but think that iBUYPOWER's streak is going to be coming to an end here. I mean, we've had some pretty strong... These last 2 rounds that MouseSpaz actually won looked pretty damn good. They had some great setups going for them. And their approach is a little bit novel to me, but it seems to be effective against iBUYPOWER at the moment. So
IBP on the eco here, going to show their faces in the mid area. Going to need to push fast though, because they want to get closer to really exploit the power of those Tech 9s. Tap, tap, tap comes in towards the A side. Going to have some presence from Cutler on the car area. Going to offer some support, but not going to be needed just yet, as going to be 3 players taken out by the guys on the A site. And that's a completely clean up there by MouseSpaz. And yes, it was Assault I was thinking of, but in my mind I had Militia, so I got the names the wrong way
Militia,
around.
right.
Yeah, but with regards to that running jumping boost, have you seen that video where they do that on the roof of Assault? And they go onto the power lines and then go onto the skybox of the entire map.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty crazy. But anyway, bye round for both teams. Peter with the AWP. Tarik going to be taking a very... Oh, here we go again.
Oh.
I could watch this all day.
Here we go.
Oh, spoiler alert, they do it this time. And there we go, finally success.
And I mean, to some people they might not realize, but why don't they just do just boost up there, just go next to the crates and boost up?
Because they could be seen and they
visible.
Could be
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No.
I was like, well, actually, DDK, this is why.
It's visible and the sound cues. That doesn't really give them sound cues at all. So there's no way for them to know that Tarik is there. There's no way for them to know that. All right, so DaZeD going to be flashing on through for his teammates to get some angles from A main. But obviously, Tarik, who's up here, is obviously in such a nice position. Look at this. Very good
stuff. AZK was maybe trying to clear that area, but...
Silencer, always very nice. Look at the support he's offering to his teammate there. Mainly just gets the third one with that 5-7. Stays alive. Going to be going to drop off away from that position and swap out for the AK. And another nice hold from MouseSpaz. iBUYPOWER need to throw something new into the mix right now. I mean, mid has been up for grabs. I feel like it'd be great to see some more plays off of the back of a mid take. Just smoke off short. Abuse the fact that MouseSpaz can't know what's happening.
I've never seen a boost done like that.
There was a German team. I forget whether it was Penta or whether it was MouseSpaz, like at ESWC. They did it like every single time. And they did multiple different boosts like that with that same bug. They did loads of boosts like that. It was amazing. It was really cool. Have frags coming in now from MouseSpaz as they just clean up the eco. iBUYPOWER obviously needs to get that money going so they can get the buys in.
I got money. I got money.
And Skadoodle's going to have an AWP now, so what are they going to be able to pull off with this?
All of a sudden, it's 5-5 DDK.
Exactly.
MouseSpaz looking in bad shape. If they can make this 10-5, then it's a respectable half for them.
I mean, they've already got like a bunch in a row, so it's looking good for them. So far, iBUYPOWER haven't really found a great solution to their defense. And we're going to have a push in B storage. They're mixing it up. MouseSpaz...
Ruthless aggression!
MouseSpaz do this at least like once each CT half. They'll do like a 3-man aggression somewhere. And here we saw it just happen on the B storage area. A very popular move. We see this all the time. But
look how passive and slow it forces the other team to be.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb is down there. They were trying to go for a picking round. And now they've removed one of the players. It's harder for them. They can try to open up a pick, but they take a risk where they can get fragged themselves, and then they could potentially be 5 versus 3. So instead of 5 versus 4.
It's really interesting that after that surge, they almost completely vacated the B bomb site. You had Tarik hiding behind the box here in checkers, and that was it. Maybe they were expecting the Ts to feel pressure to push through mid, but never mind that. AZK going to be coming out by forklift, taking down Cutler now. The bomb is miles away though, so I mean, this has turned into an economical damage play because look at where the bomb is. The CTs know where the bomb is as well. Tarik was in position there, but they went for the wipeout anyway.
I might have an answer for you there about the reason why they went back straight away and vacated B. It could be because, I mean, a lot of times teams like to just leave one guy in B storage, and this is because
teams, what, CT teams or T teams?
T teams, and this is just to harass usually. So if you only see one guy there, then the team might be presuming that wait, okay, they could be pressuring into A or middle, and this guy's just there to lurk or distract, and so that could have been the read there.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Going crazy aggressive here, Tarik. Look at that beautiful stuff, pushing straight on in, and not a care in the world. Very brave play, and that's really shutting iBUYPOWER before they can do anything.
I got the Rambo gear out for LDLC, but I mean, I think we're going to have to move it to MouseSpaz if they keep this up.
Absolutely.
Going to have to whip out the war paint. Bomb is going to be heading towards A, where Swag has managed to eke some control. But DaZeD is taking his sweet time about it.
So the positions aren't perfect here for MouseSpaz. They only have Cutler, FNS, who's on position to spot stuff. But it's very unlikely he's going to pick up the kill, especially if a grenade comes in to distract him. And there it is. There's the smoke, at least to block him off. And now that's a guaranteed plant. There is the trade. Oh wow! Swag actually gets taken down there. He does manage to get the frag as he moves out to get a quick kill. And that was actually a really smart move from DaZeD because he can get a quick one-on-one like that. And because in that situation, I think the CT who's alone is going to want to wait for his two teammates. So DaZeD kind of thinks that he's going to be guaranteed one-on-one there, so that was nice. Yeah,
that was a very good pointer for the people at home if they're wondering why he didn't go and plant the bomb. Absolutely. He can, if he gets that kill, he can win the round, and that's going to be a lot more than planting the bomb, obviously. So 7-5 now in favor of MouseSpaz. Let's look at the money. They are rolling in the cash.
They're going for the jump boost again. Swag might catch them in the act. Oh, they drop in front of Swag, but he is going to get the frag. Tarik saving the day.
Little do they know that DaZeD was right behind Swag, and that's going to give him an aggressive position on the A side. Gets a flash though. Can't get the frag just yet. His position has been known. We have support coming in from the CTs, but also Skadoodle coming in to help DaZeD, and that's going to be Skadoodle getting the dig on FNS. 4 versus 2. Advantage iBUYPOWER. Could bring this back to 7-6. Cutler and hazed going to mount an offense. They've got enough money to go for this.
They've got a good stock of grenades. An incendiary there on hazed. And Skadoodle low on short. DaZeD at the back boxes, ready to peek out and try to get a trade if they get distracted. Always ready to get the Molotov onto the bomb itself, so there should be no way that it's possible to get the defuse. Even if hazed picks off all of them right now, if DaZeD just gets that Molotov down, it's all over. But not even going to come to that. They're going to actually escape with the weapons, which is pretty big deal considering how the money is not looking so good for them at the moment.
Indeed, 3,500 on DaZeD, for example. He has got an AK in the bag, though. As we head to the second last round of this first half, we're going to see the double AWPs coming out for MouseSpaz, Peter and Tarik. Both been putting in great performances with those guns so far in this match. So Tarik going to be holding mid solo for the time being, unchallenged as of yet. Passive play here towards A from the T's. You can see Hiko just being Hiko and causing some shenanigans. Skadoodle looking for the boost on the site to instantly take a head off, but there won't be one anytime soon. Again, Hiko is the man. He is the one man that goes towards the B site normally, as you mentioned before, just doing some harass.
So Peter going to whiff the shot there. Only one player spotted in A main, just to create presence, to hold position, to keep a level of obscurity to what iBUYPOWER are actually doing at the moment. So he can actually slowly back away, but CTs might not feel comfortable, especially so low on grenades, to re-peek that, to get the info that the player is gone. But actually Swag is there with the bomb, and they are creating a lot of pressure all over the place here. So MouseSpaz have no idea what's going on, but they have 2 players to a site, which is a great way to respond. It's kind of foolproof. And look at this, the push going to come into B right now, but the bomb is there on A. Oh, look at that. That's going to hold off the bomb. I think it was spotted as well. They would have seen it on the radar. There's 2 players on B, stuck on the site at the moment, who are held there by Hiko. And you have FNS just trying to get that peek in time, and he can't get it with the spray. That's a good round from iBUYPOWER. Really trying to play around with the rotation against MouseSpaz. They weren't really budging, but it was good execution on the fights, at least. You
could see the bomb carrier, I think was Swag, just trying to get a really quick plant at the end, even after they won the round. That just gives him and him only an extra $300. Every little helps in this situation. As we go into the last round of the first half, 2 AWPs for MouseSpaz. Oh, Skadoodle missing a very, very crucial shot.
I think he actually
tagged him through the wall, yeah.
Indeed.
Cutler, 67 HP, gets a second one as well. That's 2 for 2 for Skadoodle.
I can't believe he crossed back through Skadoodle's reticle there. Peter to take down Swag. He's got a good angle onto the door. DaZeD coming in. I don't think Tarik really expected DaZeD to appear from T-spawn there. So it's going to be a 2-on-3 now in favor of iBUYPOWER into this last round. Things looking very even, but certainly an edge here for iBUYPOWER, picking up already 7 rounds on a CT-sided map, so they're going to be feeling good about that no matter what happens here, but they're looking good to take this one as well, to boot. Do have Peter over by B, ready with the AWP, and he's going to be, I think Peter's going to be on the angle here, so they are going to make their way through. Peter able to pick one off through the smoke. There's 2 left, he's got 26 health. This is nigh on impossible for Peter. They should not peek him. There's no real... They know an AWPer is there. Peeking him is when they have, like, amazing angles possible to the bomb.
Baited.
They're playing with fire right now to peek him. I don't know. It's very scary.
But the way the dynamic is...
There you go.
Peter knows that because Skadoodle exposed his position, there's a fair chance that AZK is going to take a more aggressive position to try and get the surprise frag using Skadoodle as bait. So he goes to try and take out AZK instead of Skadoodle, but couldn't find him in time. Skadoodle eventually repeaks and gets the frag there. So that's 8-7 in favor of iBUYPOWER, and this is a massive half for IBP. MouseSpaz looking for a 10-5 after going down 5 rounds, but wasn't to be. And again, I am expecting a very strong CT side if they can get their economy going from iBUYPOWER here. And if that happens, MouseSpaz are going to be in trouble. That said...
Yes.
They have shown superior tactics all day today.
MouseSpaz.
So who knows if that will continue, yeah.
Yeah, MouseSpaz have shown a lot more, I mean, as you would expect, obviously.
I know you're concerned with their T sides.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, is that just because of Mirage, or does it go beyond Mirage?
It's just generally, I think generally there is a lack of executes that we're seeing. But that said, their CT, their play, their tactics and strategy on the CT side is obviously quite well developed and thought through. But either way, we'll return to that point later on. We do have MouseSpaz moving in for a split here, and they've left one player. That's very dirty stuff there, leaving FNS there in mid to catch rotation. And we do have just a Glock train into the B-bomb site. So far, so good hit for MouseSpaz. They are gutting iBUYPOWER with those blocks. This is looking very one-sided. We go back up all the way into CT spawn, and nobody down there. Tarik even with 3 frags.
That is the round they needed, and the round they deserved, and the round they took. 8-8 now. Again, hazed had the Kevlar, and it wasn't touched, so he gets a helmet for $350. That saves him a good $650. Going to cost the rest of them $1,000 to get that full armor here. So we're going to see some Galil, some scouts, but hazed definitely going ahead with that AK as well as Tarik. Aggressive
play in middle here from at least a couple of the players. They're all congregating towards this middle area, the defense area. So not a full stack, but relatively close. So iBUYPOWER perhaps a little bit too spread out, considering the fact that they kind of were in very exposed positions, but not in great enough numbers to convert it into something larger than 1 or 2 frags. Either way, Swag going to pick himself up the scout that was dropped. That's going to be nice to save into the next round because he does have Kevlar and the smoke and the 5.7. So you can drop the 5.7 to a teammate on the next round. And if you can even get a frag here, sneaky frag, that'd be amazing. But be careful though. 5.7, and he's going to go down.
Oh, no one goes for the 5.7.
I really would have liked him to save the scout and armor and 5.7 there, because he can drop that 5.7 to a teammate. Everyone needs to save anyway in this round. So yeah.
Agree. But I would have also liked to have seen the T side pick up the 5.7. I think they missed a trick there. Nothing else for him to run around and pick up unless there was an AK on the floor. But you know, those small things can mean a difference between winning and losing later on.
It's a great pistol. It's really, really nice.
And it's red as well.
And they're stacking B. This is great. Again, stacking is generally the best, one of the best gambles you can really make. Obviously, it's MouseSpaz's job to responsibly figure out where the stack is. And if they figure out the stack is, and then they go to the site, not trying to kill all the people who are stacking, then iBUYPOWER can go and try to get exits and try to do economic damage, and then just basically try to do as much damage as they can.
With all the lines from their guns, it looks like a level on Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. So they did figure it out. They know that the stack is on B. So now it's just down to iBUYPOWER to kind of cycle around. And obviously, they need to go and, well, they might as well go and try and make some frags on the exits.
Yeah, they've got...
dying is in their interest, more or less.
Nothing to lose but the odd pistol here or there. But,
yeah.
Hanging around.
Some damage being done here. 3 players taken down in quick succession. That's a lot of weapons here. Very nice indeed. Wow. Just Cutler left. And that's kind of a disaster. Look, they just picked up 4 rifles. That's massive value converted onto iBUYPOWER. That is insane value that they just picked up. And not just value they picked up. Because, look, okay, James, look at the money right now for them. All they have to do is just buy the Kevlar and some nades.
They're going to have more money than the terrorists. And they have better
economy. Yeah, that's so awesome. This is really, really big.
I do not know what to say. That was a catastrophe.
Okay, that's the best case when you go for a stack like that. When you didn't invest in the armor.
That's awful, man.
Yeah, it is. But that doesn't happen very often. But they made it work.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. But basically, you have to reserve yourself. You're going to lose the round.
I mean,
so
what just happened?
That's the best possible thing to go for.
Actually, let's talk about it on the Nika round or something, because this is a buy round for both teams. Well, it's a buy round for the T's anyway, because they all died. And there's a free round for iBUYPOWER with those Galils, etc.
Yes, and they do have FNS with the AWP, actually, instead of Peter or Tarik, interestingly enough. And they are going to make their way into that site. He was able to spray one down through the smoke, but this bomb is going to get planted. There is freedom for hazed to actually plant that in a more open spot, but he's going to go for the super safe plant, despite it not being visible from the vent room or the B storage area.
So it looks like a save again from the CTs with a little bit of a kind of a mini crossfire here.
So James, what point were you going to talk about? This is a good chance to do it.
So you could see after the plant, iBUYPOWER, like 4 of them all stuck together. They were huddling like penguins in the Arctic. Did MouseSpaz go chasing frags? I mean, why did 4 of them die?
I think initially they were just they saw 1 or 2 players and were like, okay, let's get some frags. We have AKs and Galils, it's long range. But
obviously that
it just went wrong.
That's normally not happening. So I'm not exactly like gonna criticize MouseSpaz for it, because
but
if you play that situation 100 times, that might happen
of course
20% of the time.
But
it's a disaster that it did happen.
But it's the theory behind it which is correct from iBUYPOWER, to just go for the exits. And obviously, if you do get the kills like they did, you can pick up the weapons, and then you've converted great value. So that round, it just was very exaggerated. That should never happen.
Yeah.
Either way, moving back into the game, we do have already Skadoodle on middle with a pick onto Tarik, who, with no delay of any sort, just instantly goes for the challenge. Skadoodle having a better timing on that angle, certainly taking advantage of that. We're going to get more boosts into middle, or at least one more player, as Peter has the AWP now for MouseSpaz. Hazed in with a nade here. That's probably for where's that? Okay, that's back of sight, I guess, for the quad boxes.
Between the door and the quad boxes, yeah.
And FNS looking for the car smoke, perhaps, with this one.
Yep.
So we'll just follow those grenades, and we're gonna make sure we don't. Oh, it's for the outer catwalk.
Very nice, very nice.
Very nice indeed. That is a very hard position to deal with if it's not smoked up. So they can actually even get the plant in front of the toxic barrels if they so choose to. They're going to try to wrap around into the site. Hiko able to get a couple frags. This is a good defense coming in from iBUYPOWER. We do have Peter moving in close range with the AWP. They know he's there, and he's caught between a rock and a hard place.
Exactly where Peter just died. This is an area not very often used where you can plant the bomb.
Yeah.
And if they just had a slight adjustment to their smoke, it just left a little gap here, but a slight adjustment, and you can plant the bomb here without having to try and force the issue taking this part of the site and planting it here. So it is something for people to bear in mind when they are going for those pushes. It's mainly something to do on an eco round, but it can be done on a buy round as well. Obviously, if you use it too often, then people will pre-fire you, but you rarely see it these days. And Swag taking down Tarik, trade coming in from hazed. So good teamwork there from the terrorist side, sticking together. One person goes down, but revenge is swiftly taken.
They've got to be careful if they're too slow here. And the guy most forward was with the bomb here. They spent so much time trying to get hit that the entire iBUYPOWER team is rotating in. And they're all getting in a lot of trouble here. The smokes do go down to try to prevent the CTs from moving in, but they're already ahead of the game, and they're taking down MouseSpaz before they can get in position behind those smokes. So MouseSpaz a little bit too slow in that round. They could have perhaps made a late call there to rotate back or boost somebody into the vents. We've seen that before, actually, that if teams feel like they're getting stuck, they can't move to B quickly enough, that the CT players have done their job very well to delay enough so that teammates can rotate and help them in time. Then sometimes we do see like 2 or 3 players getting boosted out through checkers, through the vents, into middle, and that can be very interesting. But they got stuck in the mud there.
Wow, I haven't played that game for ages.
And they're ready to push 2 over the top straight away. If there is a player close, they want to try to get the trade frag immediately, which is a smart way to approach that situation. It's 3, in fact, which is only going to serve to improve their chances should such a
they're like meerkats,
arrive.
But they're not standing up yet.
All right.
You fan of meerkats?
Sure, why not? I know there are cool documentaries about them on the Discovery Channel. But we do have the push coming in now from middle. As they do make their way all over the top, and look at this. They're catching a couple players off guard. AZK should be able to spray down a few more. He's got a great position. He's got the support there from Swag. And PTR going to get his hands on an AWP. This is dangerous. There's 2 players left here for iBUYPOWER. With 40 seconds left, Peter's going to find the first kill onto Swag. AZK is by the electric box here. In goes the flash. He spotted him with the jump. That's a great play from Peter, but AZK just turning the angle, or turning into the angle in time to get the frag. Very close indeed. 11 to 11. We're all tied up here on map number 2.
Good economical damage done there by the MouseSpaz team. 11-11, as DDK said, and you can see they're still buying in CT spawn at the moment. There we go. Let's have a look at the money on the CT side. Following that, you can see they are short, just as short as the T side is. And again, as we always say, that is what normally makes a good game, when both teams are strained and they cannot afford to lose a single round. Now we have, looks like a set play coming in towards the A site from MouseSpaz. We've got nades galore as they rotate around from outside to A main. Here comes the push. We've got molly, smokes, everything going on. CT is just going to patiently hold as the terrors try to jump over the smoke.
Skadoodle using the AWP as a shotgun there in that position, but it's not enough to withstand that aggression. We do have MouseSpaz with occupation on the site. Swag coming in for forklift though. And,
Peter is trying to fake, but a bit too late as he's left his teammate high and dry on the A site. The bomb is down. The only advantage he has is that they have no idea where he's coming from right now, but they're expecting him. I was going to say they're expecting him to come from power, but they've just smoked off A main, so they're a bit paranoid now, looking behind their shoulders. They could double peek now. Swag can hide there all day. This double peek comes in.
I want someone to submit a theory to me exactly what Peter was doing. So, I mean, you can do that, but it felt like he was like 10, 15 seconds late with that, that play. Like the CTs, he should have been catching the CTs rotating or delaying rotation, not kind of like, maybe he thought he had the bomb.
Tweet your theories to @followddk.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Tweet weird pics as well.
What are you doing to me, James?
T's heading towards B on their next eco. Dave's going to get the spray down in the mid area there. AZK holding just by him so far. 4 bullets left in his AK. Going to fall to hazed. 2 versus 4. Bomb is heading towards the A site, but Hiko is in position to defend here. Who's going to see who first? Peter just gets out of the way in time. You can see he went for that plant that we were talking about, I think. Yeah,
I just want to point out that Swag, when he went to the checkers there, he purposely stood as far back as possible, and then to make sure that he wasn't within range to get one shot by the P250. Then when the guy did come around the corner, he did one shot him in the head, but he had 4 HP because he was just out of range of the one shot range. That was, I felt like that was quite a nice little decision.
Yeah, it's always good to pick up on those small things as well.
Good movement from him there. Skadoodle coming in there, does get caught out by Peter, who is... Sometimes you see this happen, like the 2 AWPers decide to meet on their spawns, on their timings. And that's an open A bomb site. That's something for MouseSpaz to figure out, though.
See, Hiko's in a position where he can get some audio cues from the movement on for the terrorists on the other side. He's going to get a Molotov in just to cause some shenanigans and be a bit irritating, and he is going to very slowly back off. You can see he walked. First, that Molotov reveals his position in mid, but he had walked all the way out of mid, so the T's had no idea that he has since vacated his position. So obviously they're going to be paranoid to push mid now, while Hiko can add some firepower elsewhere. He's going to be towards A slope as these smokes come in from the T's. But the bomb is going to be going towards B, and the only person to defend it is AZK, who is in the vent. This may afford him 1 or 2 kills if the T's make any noise, but at the moment...
Ooh, AZK going to react very well to Tarik. Tarik getting the drop on him, but not good enough. We do have a 4-on-4 now as MouseSpaz are on this bomb site. iBUYPOWER trying to rotate in quickly, but we have Peter taking down AZK with the AWP. Putting in good work here, and
looks like a save.
Yeah, very afraid of the situation. If we look at the money here, they do have, their money is okay right now. But the thing is that they, against 4 players, they don't have any nades. B is really hard to retake as well against 4 players, especially with an AWP there.
If all 3 of them can save here, then they can fall by next round. But 1 or 2 of them go around, then they will be in trouble. Let's have a look at the frags at the moment. Tarik doing God's work with 23 to 18 kills at the moment. None of the CT side reaching 20 kills just yet. We can see Peter's been putting in good work with the AWP as well, but he's currently 14-16. Again, small margins between these 2 teams. iBUYPOWER looking to hold on and bring this back to 1-1. Peter with the AWP for the MouseSpaz team. DaZeD is going to throw it over to Skadoodle as per usual. Let's see where Skadoodle chooses to go with this. He has got a reasonable spawn to get somewhere fast, although his teammate is blocking him a little bit. Change his mind now, going to go somewhere else. Maybe there's been a call from DaZeD. Got some boost coming in, not going to connect to them just yet. Peter is going to be towards B. Skadoodle will find hazed. We've got some dinks coming in through the wall, but that's not going to be too much damage. 77 HP remaining for Skadoodle. We have 2 T's pushing up towards the A site. Tarik just going to bide his time for the time being. He does have someone above him though. Dave's going to fall down now. Bomb heading towards the A site from the outside. Hiko holding the angle. We haven't seen Dave's AWPing actually into A main as we have in previous matches. That's interesting little notes. Could have 3 people towards the A site now. Bomb still unknown. Team flash coming in. Yeah.
And this is nice because he's going to have... Oh, he does have control of this position. And he's going to get 1 frag. Are they going to re-peek him? DaZeD. Oh, did he run out of bullets? I felt like he had more bullets in the magazine there, but apparently not. They're going to take the bomb site. He is now the property of MouseSpaz as they do bomb. And He was coming in from the car with the AWP, so it's quite possible here for iBUYPOWER. They're even on the numbers. AZK are going to be attacking from A main. This is a really good position now. MouseSpaz are going to get attacked from 3 angles at once. This is very hard for them to deal with. Skadoodle with a great shot. I think he was looking for the guy at quad boxes, but he's going to get a guy much closer. Cutler with 2 frags, but Swag going to deal the damage. Does have the time for the defuse. It's a really nice retake. Well done to iBUYPOWER on that round, and they are very close to picking up a map of their own.
I was getting scared for iBUYPOWER there, I have to say. What if MouseSpaz 3-0 iBUYPOWER? I mean, I think the internet would just explode. Things are getting crazy here. Like, who is #1 in North America right now? At least we're getting a very nice glimpse as to what these MouseSpaz players are capable of. And again, the longevity of them sticking together has allowed them to grow into a very strong team, which again makes me sad that Shazam got sniped by Cloud9 because they were a super strong team and gonna have a bit of disruption there for a short while as they get used to the new roster. But it is MouseSpaz versus iBUYPOWER. We've got pop flashes coming in from Hiko to try and defend the site. Tarik going to go straight through the smoke, and that's going to be an easy frag for Hiko. Swag is going to take down hazed. Smoke pushes, flashes it everywhere. It's mayhem here. It's bedlam. Smoke's all over the place. Nobody can see anything. 3 versus 4. Advantage iBUYPOWER, but the bomb is going down, and that's going to be IBP versus the clock.
Nice shot there from attempts at a shot from Swag, but he's going to be gunning them down. We do have AZK coming in as well for the hand, and we have ourselves a nice, tidy old retake. 3 players left. All 3 of them on 100 health pretty much. So iBUYPOWER now very close. Just one more. Just one more. But we saw the situation for MouseSpaz. In the last half, iBUYPOWER were like, what? How many rounds behind were they? Like, it was something ridiculous, like 8 or 9 or something. And they just came back into the overtime for MouseSpaz to win it, but maybe it's time for MouseSpaz to bring it back to the overtime.
Indeed, hazed going to leave the bomb near the B area, but that's going to be dangerous because Swag is in an aggressive position. He has been smoked off, so hazed going to have to be careful here.
They probably want to get a fast round here because they are lacking on grenades on MouseSpaz. They got the B split readying up here, but they've got to be quick. Already the rotation is coming in to that B bomb site. So MouseSpaz, they absolutely cannot risk having a slow push here with the entire team of iBUYPOWER already in this position. They need to either get the hell out of there.
This flank is massive.
Yeah, they're coming. They're going out. That's good. That's good. They're pulling out. We do have, as you said, the flanker instantly dropped by the AK of hazed. That's how you do it. And now Skadoodle and company are rotating back around, but can Tarik, with that Tech 9, throw a wrench into the works?
Oh, Tarik is in a very super strong spot,
Nice.
and he gets the AWP as well. That's going to be really, really bad for the CTs here. It is 2
Oh, so fast!
Massive snap there by Tarik. AZK is the last man standing. He can definitely do this. hazed has all of 10 HP.
Oh,
and nade goes in the right place.
Yes, it is! And that's going to take down hazed. Tarik, though, with that AWP. The spray coming in. AZK does have a flash left over. Turning the corner. Hits the shot. AZK takes the round. And that's going to be a 16-12. That's 1-1. We're all tied up here. Both MouseSpaz and iBUYPOWER have taken a map now, and they've taken each other's maps. Yeah, no. Yes. Just have to think about that for a second.
That is that's the most clutch grenade I've seen in a very long time. The fact that he stopped the bomb plant going down and made it 1v1, all in the same time when the last player was nowhere near the bomb, completely flipped the end of that round on its head, and was just fantastic there for iBUYPOWER.
The American scene has a lot of really talented players, like very skilled players. The only thing that I could say is missing that sometimes you see more predominant in Europe is some of the more elaborate play when it comes to, like, let's say, you know, you're very super tight, happy, like strategies with these set plays and stuff like that. That's the only kind of thing that we're not seeing a lot of that we tend to see very commonly. But otherwise, we see an incredible Counter-Strike from players who have immense skill. And that's like insanely cool to watch. It's very different from watching the European stuff, so it's really cool. As I'm sure we have loads of European viewers as well, getting to see something new for a change.
Yep.
And we do have Inferno as the next map, which is Inferno's iBUYPOWER's pick, and we'll be setting that match up, and we'll be right back after the break, guys. You are watching the G2A.com December Cup here with me and James.